the Minnesota Wild podcast, presented by Acrisure.
Welcome to Smashville, the Bridgestone Arena here in Nashville, Tennessee. I'm Tom Reid, pleased to be joined with longtime broadcaster here and since the beginning, Pete Weber. And Pete, congratulations on your birthday tomorrow. You have a guest here today.
This is great having everybody here. Even my doctor is here tonight.
And, of course, Pete, remember it well, and Pete was in Minnesota, had a heart situation. I was coming in, and he was going out on the gurney waving to me. He says, I'll see you later. Went in the hospital, had a procedure done, and everything's been great ever since for you.
What a day that was of Predators history, because David Boyle got hit by a puck shortly after I was gurneyed off to the hospital.
And David Boyle was the general manager of the Nashville Predators at that time. The puck came out, hit him in the eye, and he lost his eye. I mean, I had asked him just 15 seconds before that, do you want to go to the hospital?
Right.
So you can see Pete. He said, oh, well, we'll see what happens here. But anyway, let's look at this game. I mean, there's a lot of emotion in a game like this, especially after the slew footing of Jared Spurgeon, who's still out on that injured situation. Your player here, LaRue, has a result of that. And he knew that he was going to have to answer the bell on that, but he may have to answer it again.
Yep. He is, and he brought with him to Nashville a reputation as a disturber.
Well, he's been suspended 12 times, so he is a disturber.
Yes, it's earned.
Yeah, it really has been. Let's talk a little about your team. I mean, you've got a lot of people from Minnesota behind that bench right now. When you look at the head coach, of course, with Andrew Burnett, you got Darcy Hendrickson back there too as well, and
Darby, who rides a bike to the rink every day.
Oh, I believe it.
Yeah.
Well, I don't want to say he's a nutcase, but you know what? He is such a trained athlete. I mean, he knows exactly what he wants to do. And you know what's interesting with players today, if they don't follow the routine, they don't feel right.
Right.
And it's hard. And I think, Pete, that a lot of these players are injured because they're so in such good shape that one little twitch to them gets them out of the lineup. And in our day, as you know, because you've been around a long time, we had a little bit of a cushion there.
Yes. Finely tuned machines. That's what you were, Tom.
Yes, we certainly were. How many years have you been broadcasting now?
I guess since I got out of Notre Dame in 1972.
Wow.
I haven't worked a day of my life.
Nice career. And you've been to how many hockey arenas in the NHL?
When I get to Salt Lake in April, that'll be my 63rd NHL building.
Wow. That's amazing.
Now, we got to start counting yours up, Tommy.
Well, someday I will when I can count that high. When you look at that, and we always talk as broadcasters, what kind of a building you have and what's the sight line is good here, but the press box is terrible. And they say they're going to fix it. They've only been here since 1999, or 98, I should say.
98, yep.
98. But I remember it well, and it's interesting, too, because your general manager now was the coach at that time.
Right.
Barry Trotz, and the first player to score a goal for the team was
Andrew Burnett.
And
I didn't get to call it.
Because
it had to be submitted to review, so there was nothing live to call. And the judgment from the league at that time was, had the net not been knocked off its mooring in the game against Carolina, it would have entered. So here you are. You're ready to announce the first goal in a team's existence, and I didn't get to.
Oh, I did not realize that.
Yeah.
What's been the fun part for you and over the years?
The people. Dealing with the people. Dealing with people like you who come in. Dealing with the players. Dealing with guys. And we had such a great group of alums here Wednesday when we had our first Golden Wall induction ceremony. I mean, guys like Greg Clausen came back from Berlin. He lives over there now.
Wow.
He played in the early years of the franchise. Cliff Ronning was back. I mean, so many guys coming back to honor David, to honor Pekka, to honor Shea Weber. That was tremendous.
Yeah, and those are the three guys, and what an impact all three of those had on this community.
Immense.
And the response of the players, too. And I can remember when you went to the finals, got beat in the finals that year. But, boy, the streets here, you think it's busy like last night, which was busy and it was pouring rain.
Yeah.
But at the same time, the fans really have wrapped their arms around this franchise.
They really have. It's been fun. It's been a tremendous experience to see a team from birth, as you have with the Wild. And essentially, you've seen, both of us have seen teams from early stages of development. I mean, I was the LA Kings were 10 years in when I got there, but still that period of time where they were still trying to build a fan base.
Right. And same in Minnesota. I mean, I broke in with Chicago in 67. Yeah. That was an established club of six teams. And those guys, you see the hatred out here right now. Those teams met each other 14 times in that 16 league. So if you wanted hatred, that was the place to do it.
Was it ever? Yeah. There was no way of hiding in that situation.
Right. You certainly could not. I look at, and there's so many broadcasters over there. You've met a lot of interesting people over the years. And, I think of guys that we've worked against. And, of course, when you look at Bob Uecker, a longtime broadcaster, you said this morning you told me you had a chance to meet him.
Oh, yeah, several times. And because it seemed like invariably in the early years of this franchise, we were always in Arizona when spring training was just getting going. So I spent a few afternoons sitting behind Bob in the Brewers broadcast booth and just listening to him do his thing. And folks, if you haven't seen Major League, go see it, because that's a broadcaster working completely without a script.
That was him.
Yep.
And what a great gem he has been for pro sports all the way through.
Yes. A
lot of people learn a lot just from other sports watching him.
Oh, yeah.
When you look at the rest of this game, how do you think the rest of this game is going to go now? Is it
I think we've settled down. I think we've settled down. And I think both coaches want that and to see how it goes. But, I mean, Fleury, okay, there was one little bit there where he was out of his net and he was still able to keep the puck out.
Yeah.
So, but he has just been incredible. I really enjoy watching him. I enjoyed seeing him reunite with Hal Gill this morning downstairs in the media room, talking about their Penguins days together. I'm thinking this is going to be tight. I'm not going to guarantee a shootout, as we had the other night against Chicago.
Well, I'm hoping Minnesota comes out a little bit strong in the second period.
Yeah.
I'm going to let you go. And you have things to do with Pete, but thanks for being with us.
Thank you,
Pete
Tommy.
Weber, longtime
Always
friend.
Great to see you.
And longtime broadcaster here in Nashville. Let's go back to Kevin Fulmus.
Thank you, Tom, for joining us. Pete, well, this is a heck of a way to celebrate a birthday. Go on down to Tom Reid's Hockey City Pub for joining us. That's what we're going to do. We're going to set you up. Next time you're in St. Paul, dinner on us down at Tom Reid's Hockey City Pub. After one period of play, the Predators lead the Wild 2-1. We'll give you a recap next. This is Wild Hockey presented by XL Energy.
For an extraordinary advantage in sports, you need a game plan. For an extraordinary advantage everywhere else, all you need is Acrisure. With a high-tech human approach to insurance, cybersecurity, and more, Acrisure helps you take care of what you care about. That makes winning easy. See what Acrisure's extraordinary advantage can do for you at Acrisure.com.